What up, y'all? KeaToSuccess here, back with another video. Sorry I ain't been making no videos. I've been lazy, but I'm gonna continue making them as I do usual. Sometimes it may be in between, stuff like that, but you know, it is what it is. But make sure I got that right. Pretty much today's video is just, I just drove up about an hour from where I live to this Freightliner right here to pick up this new part. It's TCM control shift for my, automatic transmission. It's pretty big. Thought it was gonna be smaller than it, but see that there. So, it's my truck. Did not start last week, or it did start, but it won't go into gear. So, I paid like $100 for my guys, for my mechanics, guy who got something that hooks up for Freightliner trucks. He figured it out. He was like, either it could be the shifter would be right here on the Freightliner, or it could be the harness, or it could, I think it's that. And the next thing is the TCM itself. So it ended up not being this, because I replaced this. That was like $200, and that was like 6 months ago I replaced that. Harness seemed okay, because they went through the diagnostics, actually checking it out. And then they figured out is that big part, the auto shifter, which that cost me, well, hold up. No, that cost me $2,600, y'all. But I gotta take the cord back up here, so I'm gonna get $400 back. So basically probably like $2,200 after tax and whatnot. So the part is not cheap at all. These parts is not cheap when it comes to the big stuff. The transmission, these, like, basically the electronics. Like I said, when I got my CPC replaced, that cost me like $5,000, $6,000. And I'm not even including the tow that I had when that situation happened. That was like $1,000, because I was, hooked up to my trailer. I had it towed from Freightline, from my guy's shop, because once he figured out what it was, he said he couldn't do it. And then I got towed to Freightliner, and they did what they did. And then I had to find the part, because I had to take the part out, ship the place to get the other one fixed, and then they shipped it back to me. So, bunch of bullshit. Lost time, had to be in a rental. I think that was about 4 weeks worth. And then this one, hopefully, I'm finna go back and drop it off to my mechanic. They're probably gonna have to drop the transmission, because you can see it's pretty big. It's right on the driver's side. And you can get to it from the side, but then you have other factors and whatnot that can take effect. You can mess up what the guy say, like one of the bushings or something like that, on the transmission. So you might as well just drop the transmission, do it right, not cause any other issues, because obviously transmission can cause plenty of problems, and you don't want to have anything extra after just spending $2,600 on a part, not including this labor that I'm probably about to get charged. I'm not sure what I'll be charged. Can't be, my guy probably not gonna charge no less than $1,000, no more than $1,000, I say. So that's a quick update. Truck's been down. I've been in a rental for the week. This past week I was in a rental, and yeah, that's what's been going on with me. Other than that, everything's been smooth sailing. I still got some stuff to do on the truck, maintenance wise, stuff like that. Like last week, or the week before last week, I got a PM on the trailer, on the reefer unit. Got that situated, so I still need to get PM on the truck, amongst some other little things. But it's just trucking. It's part of the little maintenance, that's all I said, that you got to do. But then you got the big situation where you're paying for these big expensive parts, and it sucks. But as y'all know, I got an older truck. The older truck's gonna come with some of these older problems, and some of these electronics and stuff like that they're gonna fail at some point, and it just is what it is. And I've been lucky. I can say that it hasn't been consistent. Like I said, the CPC was 7 months ago, so it's not like I had this situation come back to back where CPC went down, paid that like $6,000. All right, a month, 2 months later, this part goes out. That's $2,000-3,000. So it hasn't been back to back for me. Everything's pretty much been sporadic. The truck's been good to me. It's been great, and I'm thankful I got a great truck. As far as everything else, it's been great, and I can't complain. But I just want to update y'all, get back in tune with y'all, because I've been missing. I know, my bad. I got another video that I've been trying to make. I just haven't had the chance or time because it's going to be a longer video. I'm pretty much going to explain what happened with my other truck from January up until about April. So I wouldn't say it's a long story, but it's more elaborate. I've been debating how I want to break it down. But I definitely want to share the experience with you guys, because you're definitely going to learn, because I definitely learned. And yeah, I just don't want guys to make the same mistake as I did, because if I didn't have the money and support that I had, it would have been very stressful. But thank God, I've been in a position to deal with it, how I've dealt with it, and I've been able to keep on moving forward without really taking no significant hit. So, but that's it for today, y'all. I'm gonna go driving back down an hour back into Milwaukee, get to my mechanic, and call it a day. Hopefully I get my truck running today and get it back, return this damn rental, because that's like $1,100 or $1,200 a week. So, all right, y'all, deuces. What up, y'all? So like I told y'all, I was getting my transmission, this auto shifter, put on my truck, went to go pick it up, drove like an hour away to get it. Yeah, y'all saw that. I'm gonna show y'all pictures of the transmission, and actually I'll show y'all right now real quick. It's that, you can see the transmission here. It's that silver. They dropped it first. You see how filthy it is, because I got a power steering leak going on. But you see that. Now, here's the other picture. Now, you see that part right there that's shiny, brand new looking? Yeah, that's the piece. It's pretty big. It's like, shoot, it's probably that big. It's pretty big. It's like almost bigger than the side of the seat. It's pretty heavy, about 25 pounds. I didn't expect that when I got it. I thought it was something different. But nonetheless, but yeah, man. The labor cost me $3,000, dog. I did not expect that. Like, when he sent me the bill, I'm like, what? Ain't no way that cost 3 G's. Like, I didn't think so. But that was cool, whatever. I wasn't tripping, but I just like wasn't expecting it. And I sent him the money. I called him like, hey, like, yo, I did not expect that to cost 3 G's. Like, dang. And he explained it to me like, blah, blah, blah. It took some time. It was only one guy kind of working on it. So, charged me about $1 an hour, 30 hours, plus some other help, because they pretty much I guess they did all the work on Tuesday, and then I didn't get the part to them until basically Friday morning. And I guess that he worked on it a little bit on Wednesday, I want to say. They worked on it all day Friday. Shit, damn near all day Saturday. When I finally rolled in there, when I was about to head out, about like, what time was it? Like 2? I think it was probably like 2, maybe earlier than that. I think it was like 1 or 2, something like that, because I got tires, and I got out there about like 12:30. Yeah, when I got there, they were just about to put the transmission back up, or just finished, one or the other. And they still have to do their diagnostics and testing and stuff to make sure it's working actually, and that's the issue. So you got that, but yeah, he ended up explaining like, yo, it took that amount of time, this, that. He was like, "2, hey, your transmission was not synchronized. It was out of sync. And I was like, I had no idea. Like, as far as I could tell, it it seemed pretty normal. I could, he said like it should be shifting at lower. Now it should be shifting at lower RPMs and whatnot. Since he said that, I could say like maybe I noticed, which it's been since I've always had it. It's always shifted at a higher RPM, which I thought was normal because like if all y'all here who drive a manual or got a Volvo, I know for sure you look at the dashboard between 5 and 10. There's like a green line for you. That's your shifting area where you should be able to put yourself in gear. So I pretty much I do pay attention to that while driving the truck because it should do the same. And for the most part, it does. It pretty much shifts at 10 or slightly above for the most part. So I say that. So I won't know until I get in the truck and actually start driving. Okay, I see now. But he said this should improve my miles per gallon. It should boost it up by 1 mile per gallon. I get about 5.86, so 6.87. I'll take it. It's a W for me. Cool. Whatever. But damn, like I'll say this, like at this moment, obviously, like I would say, like I wish I had a manual for this reason. Like it's just something stupid. Like it's a big little computer chip that's causing the issue. It's not even the weather. It's two parts to it. You got the actual computer chip, which is the TCM, the transmission control module, and then you got the auto shifter, which does the shifting for you. Because it's not even an automatic engine, the DT12. It's all these automatics on semis. They're not automatics like your normal car. It's that auto shifter is the device that actually does the shifting for you, and the TCM communicates to the auto shifter when to shift, which is shifting between that 5 and 10 between 5 and 10 RPMs, 500 to 1,000 RPMs. So it's not a true manual transmission. Excuse me, light is kind of fucked up, but yeah, it's not a true manual transmission. It got its quirks, but it has two devices that control it, the actual transmission itself. So it's a little bit more complicated. Now, if you have a standard manual transmission, there's no TCM and there's no auto shifter. That's out the picture. It's all on you doing that shifting. And like, I like a manual for those reasons. Like, you don't have to worry about these computer chips and electrical issues going on that's throwing your transmission out of haywire where it's not communicating when to go and drive and whatnot. Like I said, I couldn't even move my truck. It was stuck. It popped up on the thing dash. It'll say, learn where to say N or drive, or it shows you what gear you're in. Nothing popped up. Just had dash. So that was lovely to see. I just spent $5,000, actually a little bit more, just between the rental and the tolls. It's probably about close to 7,000-8,000, give or take. But this is the times where you wish I had a manual. Like, but I think that's the only thing I say. Like, I think over a period of time we can all say that the manual is superior. Agree to disagree, whatever. I even say it is like the automatic is nice. Like I probably prefer the automatic over anything else. Over not anything else, over the manual. It's just smoother, easier. I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm lazy. I don't know. But I mean I could drive a manual, so it's not a problem to be switched to a manual if I need to. But I would say probably in the long run, if you got a manual, you'll be able to run that manual forever with nothing but changing out the clutch and the bushings and the other little nuances that come with the transmission. But you're not gonna have to deal with a electrical component going out on you that's costing a lot of money. You're not doing that. You're just dealing with the clutch and the bushings, which don't cost that much. But yeah, I definitely will say, as a guy who still does like automatics, I'll say the manual is probably superior. I'm not gonna cut no way around it, but I just like the comfortability and I like the automatic. So what is that? Y'all can fight me on it or not. It is what it is, and that's what it is, right? So, but yeah, this is just to let y'all know, update y'all to y'all what's going on. It's not the only thing that's going on with me, but I'll get into some of the other stuff, my other truck, stuff like that. But right now, this is probably the biggest thing. Um, Pretty much, I'm gonna spend, yeah, like I said, 7,000, 8,000. The labor was 3, and now if I would have took it to the dealer, and they already did the work for me, and I just know off of past experience, like the dealer probably just would have charged me what 5,000, 6,000 just to drop it and put it back up. So I'm getting a steal on the price, and because that happened to my uncle, he has an automatic, and he just needed the split pin bushing replaced. The part didn't even cost that much, but they was trying to charge him like $6,000, $5,000 just to drop the transmission, do the split pin bushing, which doesn't take that long, and put it back up. That's a lot just to do something very minute and simple. He ended up getting it done somewhere else for half the cost. So it sounds about right. So I'm not complaining. I was just surprised, like, damn, this shit cost a lot. Like, shit, part was $2,100. Still gotta take in the core, which will take off $400. But either way, but you got 2,100. You got 3,000, so you got 5,100 right there. Then you got the rental is about 900 a week, and it's 15 cents a mile. I do about 2,000 ish miles, and I think that I got a cost out of about $300. So add that. That's 1,200. I've had it for 2 weeks, so that's 2,400. So we got plus the $500. So that's 2,700. So add the 5,100 to the 2,700. That's $7,800 that I just spent on something I would say fairly simple. Plus, I did another $100 for the guy who did fix it to kind of check it out beforehand and make sure it didn't need to be updated, because that could have been a possibility that you just need to update the TCM so it can get back on track. But that wasn't the case. I wish it was. Definitely what it was. That was a $100 fix would have been. So, but yeah, almost pretty much $8,000 I just spent this week. I'm not spending it all in the week because this $1,200 a week for the rental is gonna come out like 3 weeks from now, because it's coming out with. That's how they kind of build it, so they don't hit you right away with it. They let you get you in the rental to keep you moving, keep their stuff products moving, and whatnot. So I'm thankful for that, grateful for that. They'll be able to still keep rolling, making money. But yeah, just to update, let y'all know what's going on, and to tell y'all that manuals are superior than automatics at the end of the day. So that's it for today, y'all. Deuces.